Hello everybody, and welcome to That Bit. This week the top 10 crazy facts about the sitcom Malcolm in the Middle that you didn't know. First broadcast way back in the year 2000, Malcolm in the Middle ran for a whopping 7 seasons and 151 episodes. Extremely popular, the show received critical acclaim, winning a number of awards in the process. Following the lives of a dysfunctional family, the show stars child actor Frankie Muniz, and his relationship with his other family members. Set in a suburban neighborhood, Malcolm and his 3 brothers are regularly involved in a number of scraps, resulting in punishments from his overbearing mother and immature father. Different from the other sitcoms of the time, Malcolm regularly broke the fourth wall, talking directly to the viewer and the audiences at home. Also filmed without a laughter track nor a live studio audience, the show was a force to be reckoned with, detailing a whole new approach to half-hour dramas. That's right. Like a real-life version of The Simpsons, Malcolm in the Middle had all the right ingredients to make it work. From a lower-middle-class family, to unruly children, the cartoonist element and comedic gags were what set it apart from anything else. With the show ending in 2006, and the characters all grown up, the series has gained somewhat of a cult following. So, to celebrate its success as the groundbreaking show that it was, here are 10 little-known facts about Malcolm in the Middle. Number 10. Everybody loved Brian Cranston. Of course they did. Surely everybody loves Brian Cranston, right? Playing the role of the over-emotional and immature father, Hal, Cranston was adored off-set just as he was ridiculed on set. With star Christopher Masterson, who played Elder Francis, recently revealing that episodes often took longer than usual to shoot due to Cranston's antics, it is no surprise to see why everyone loved the famed actor. In fact, directing a number of episodes himself, Masterson admitted, "It was absolutely impossible to stop yourself from laughing. The scenes took so long to shoot as Brian made everyone laugh over and over." Known for being somewhat of a joker throughout his movie and television work, Cranston has often been called the nicest guy in Hollywood, with a number of celebs lining up to say nice things about him. Number 9. Malcolm was originally supposed to be younger. With the character originally written as a 9-year-old boy, Frankie Muniz, then 13, decided to audition anyway. Thinking he had blown the audition as soon as it was over, Muniz was said to have told his mother that there was no way he would get the role, with him believing that they had wanted someone younger instead. However, unbeknownst to Muniz, producers were amazed at the teenager's audition, deciding to change the character's age in the process. That's right. Muniz was so good that producers changed the age of Malcolm from 9 to 12, giving Muniz the part. Going on to earn himself an Emmy nomination, as well as 2 Golden Globe nominations, it seems producers were certainly right in their decision. Number 8. The family had no last name. Again, known for being deliberately vague, the show was also noted for not giving the family a last name. Known for being the most hated family on the block, the dysfunctional household only revealed their actual last name once. Wanting to keep it a secret, adding to the show's constant mystery, the writers made it a long-running joke. However, spotted during the pilot episode which sees Francis wearing a name tag displaying the surname Wilkerson, the name never crops up again. Laughing at the idea that the family had no last name, writers then incorporated the joke into the final episode. Upon being introduced during his graduation, feedback from the microphone can be heard just before Malcolm's last name is read out. Plus, when dropping his employee ID card, Francis's name clearly reads, Francis no last name, a wink towards the running gag. Number 7. Aaron Paul auditioned for the role of Francis. Just imagine, TV's most celebrated pairing could have happened a lot sooner than we thought, with Aaron Paul initially auditioning for a role as Cranston's on-screen son. That's right. Going up for the part of Francis, which eventually went to Christopher Masterson, Paul had apparently been desperate to star alongside Cranston. However, with the producers seemingly disagreeing, Paul was sent on his way. Getting his dream years later, Paul later starred in the critically acclaimed and universally loved Breaking Bad, cementing a long-standing relationship between the 2 actors. Yep, obviously having a lot of love for one another, the 2 have often showcased their bromance for all to see, with Paul confessing, "I love that man more than you know. He's one of my closest friends." After the final day of shooting, we got matching tattoos of the Breaking Bad symbol, and the next day Brian sent me a text saying, "I miss you already." Number 6. Malcolm was named after a racing driver. So, just how did poor Malcolm get his name? Revealed in episode 10 of season 1, Hal takes the boys out of school in order to go watch stock car races. With Hal then confessing that they had named their third son after the stock car racer Rusty Malcolm, Hal then proceeds to tell his children that Francis and Reese were originally going to be called Malcolm too. While Malcolm shows a clear disdain for the races on screen, off-screen things couldn't be further from the truth, with actor Frankie Muniz an avid fan of fast cars. Beginning racing in 2004, Muniz entered a number of races throughout his career, earning a decent amount of money in the process. Leaving due to health problems, and his subsequent talent for music, Muniz can now be seen trying his hand at management, looking after musical group Astro Lasso. Number 5. Cranston did all of his own stunts. Funny to say the least, Cranston embodied the role of Hal from the very beginning. Said to have auditioned while the sets were actually being built, Cranston instantly won the role after making the whole crew laugh over and over again. Playing the loving husband, Hal is also extremely inept, stupid, dependent on Lois, and terrified of absolutely everything. However, off-screen Cranston was extremely different, and was famed for doing all his own stunts. That's right, from roller disco skating, to cartwheeling, Cranston took things one step further when the show's writers asked him to cover himself in bees. Donning a suit of the live creatures, the actor was then covered in 10,000 bees, and was even stung in the process. What a guy. Number 4. There is a strong Breaking Bad connection. With Aaron Paul already linking the two by auditioning for the role of Francis, the shows actually have more in common than originally thought. Obviously both starring the amazing and highly popular actor, Brian Cranston, the show also had an episode with meth dealers. That's right, titled, Reese's Party. Second oldest Reese decides to throw a party while his folks have gone away for the weekend. Gatecrashed by a gang of hoodlums who set up a meth lab in the garage, the night is saved when Dewey eventually calls their parents. Plus, linking the two that little bit more, Cranston recently starred in a Malcolm in the Middle, Breaking Bad alternative ending. Waking up as Hal next to on-screen wife Lois, played by Jane Kaczmarek, he then goes on to describe a dream he just had. Speaking of drug dealers and cooking meth, Lois laughs at the idea that he could ever have cooked anything, stating, "I told you not to eat those deep-fried Twinkies." Number 3. The show was based on the writer. Beginning his career as an actor, Linwood Boomer was initially famous for his role on the popular Little House on the Prairie, playing the role of Adam Kendall. Preferring to stay off camera, Boomer began writing and producing shows such as Third Rock from the Sun and Night Court. Deciding to create a show that served as a mirror into his own life, Boomer saw potential in his childhood, eventually resulting in Malcolm in the Middle. The youngest of 4 boys, Boomer changed the character to be the middle child, as well as slightly exaggerating his own IQ, making Malcolm's higher. However, although the series creator, Boomer only wrote 2 episodes, as well as directing a mere 5, counting the series finale as his 5th. Number 2. Frankie Muniz is older than his older brother in the show. Again, noted for his extreme vagueness with regards to the family and the family's whereabouts, Malcolm's age was never truly revealed throughout its 7-season run. Speaking of the constant uncertainty, creator Linwood Boomer confessed, "We decided not to say anything about his age on the show, like the city they lived in. We just said that he attended middle school, not the actual grade level. We didn't want to be locked into something. Kids are so protean with what they say anyway. Sometimes they act like 9-year-olds and sometimes like 30-year-olds. However, with his real age not really revealed, it was certain that Reese and Francis were Malcolm's elder brothers, with Dewey and later Jamie acting as his younger siblings. Although, in real life things were much different, with actor Muniz actually a few months older than his on-screen brother. Number 1. Their house was a real-life house. Named 12,334 Maple Boulevard on the show, the home to the famous family was actually privately owned, and was located at 12,334 Cantora Street in Studio City, Los Angeles. Earning a whopping $3,000 to $4,000 a day whenever filming took place on the premises, the homeowners managed to make quite the living off the back of the famed TV series. However, obviously not that impressed, the owner then put the house up for sale in 2002, again making a tidy profit. Sold once more in 2010, The property underwent a massive remodel, with more space added to each side of the house. Known for its unruly size on-screen as well as off, the characters often commented on the state of their abode, with the boys forced share a bedroom, as well as moaning about the lack of air conditioning. Thank you for watching that bit. Please subscribe and ring that bell so you can get more content like this in the future.